All right, welcome back everyone to the deep dive. We've got a really fascinating collection of information here today, kind of giving us a snapshot of these super technologies that are really making waves in the U.S. As of 2024. And I guess our goal is to, sift through all of it and pull out the most significant and, frankly, the coolest advancements across a bunch of different fields, right?
Yeah, absolutely. You've handed me a fantastic collection of sources.
Yeah.
And, I think what they collectively reveal is a period of incredibly rapid technological evolution. We're going to be talking about everything from how AI is fundamentally changing to the exciting progress in our efforts to explore space.
Oh, yeah.
And the crucial developments happening in how we generate and use energy more sustainably.
For sure. And I guess let's jump right into it with artificial intelligence. This is something that you really can't escape hearing about these days. What really struck me from the information you shared is that in 2024, AI isn't just some program running in the background. It's becoming more of a genuine partner in solving complex problems.
Yeah, a key insight here for you to understand is a fundamental shift in what AI can actually do. We're seeing a move beyond AI just assisting with tasks to systems that can genuinely engage in intricate problem solving right alongside us.
Yeah.
Think about models like OpenAI's GPT-5 and Google's Gemini Ultra.
Right.
The information suggests their ability to process information in real time and with a really deep understanding of context isn't just incremental. It represents a leap in their capacity to synthesize information in novel ways, almost mirroring human intuition in complex scenarios.
Wow.
This shift from simple pattern recognition to a form of genuine understanding has some really profound implications for research and development across many different fields.
It's almost mind-boggling when you think about the potential reach of those. The sources you've shared point to applications in areas as diverse as medicine, where AI could assist doctors with diagnoses,
Right.
to law, helping legal teams draft complex briefs, and even in urban planning,
Yeah.
aiding in the very design of our cities. So if you're imagining a future shaped by AI, it seems like that future is already starting to arrive in a big way.
And a particularly interesting element that keeps coming up is the development of what's being called emotional intelligence in AI systems.
Okay.
It's not just about these systems processing vast amounts of data. They're becoming increasingly capable of understanding and responding to human emotions.
Interesting.
This deeper level of interaction, as the sources suggest, could really change how we interface with technology in our daily lives.
Now, this is where it really grabs my attention.
Right.
How is this evolution in AI rippling outwards and impacting different industries that, you and I might encounter?
Yeah. If we connect this to the bigger picture for you, the transformative impact is becoming quite clear. Take healthcare, for instance. The information highlights the integration of AI with brain-computer interfaces. And this involves technology that directly connects the brain to external devices, allowing for communication and control through thought.
Right.
By companies like Neuralink and Synchron.
Oh, wow.
This is offering new avenues for paralyzed patients to communicate and even control prosthetic limbs. That's a truly profound development with the potential to change lives in a very fundamental way.
Absolutely incredible. It makes you stop and think about what's truly possible.
Yeah.
And it's not just in the realm of healthcare, right? Manufacturing seems to be undergoing a significant transformation as well.
The sources you provided indicate that AI-driven robots are now capable of not only performing complex tasks, but also of self-repair and even learning new tasks independently.
Oh, wow.
This level of autonomy has huge implications for efficiency and productivity in manufacturing, potentially reshaping how goods are produced and distributed for all of us.
And who would have thought we'd be having a serious conversation about AI playing a significant role in the entertainment industry in this way? It feels like something out of a science fiction movie just a few years ago.
It's becoming increasingly difficult, according to the information, to distinguish between movies and music generated by AI and content created by human artists.
Wow.
This raises a really important question for you to consider about the future of creativity and the evolving role of artists in a world where machines can also generate compelling content.
Right, yeah. From the incredibly small scale of AI to the literally cosmic, let's shift our focus now to space exploration. There seems to be a real resurgence of ambition in reaching for the stars.
What's particularly noteworthy for you to observe is the dual approach to progress and space exploration. On one hand, we have NASA's Artemis program,
Right.
which is making significant strides in establishing a lunar infrastructure in anticipation of a human return to the moon. The development of 3D printed habitats using lunar dust, essentially using the moon's own resources to build structures, is a particularly innovative approach that overcomes some significant logistical challenges of transporting materials from Earth.
Talk about being resourceful. And the idea of autonomous rovers mining for resources on the moon sounds like something straight out of science fiction.
Yeah.
But the information suggests it's moving closer to reality, which could have huge implications for future space endeavors.
Exactly.
Oh.
And then we have the remarkable achievements of SpaceX, particularly the successful simulation mission of their Starship vehicle in preparation for Mars missions.
Right.
This is a major step towards making interplanetary travel a tangible possibility, not just for governments, but potentially for broader human exploration in the future.
It really feels like we're on the verge of a new chapter in space travel.
Yeah.
And it's fascinating to see how the private sector is becoming such a key player alongside traditional space agencies.
Wow. The sources you shared highlight the emergence of a really dynamic space economy. Companies like Blue Origin and Axiom Space are actively involved in building commercial space stations. The very concept of space hotels and research labs in low Earth orbit suggests a future where space isn't solely the domain of astronauts, opening up possibilities for scientific research and even tourism for a wider range of people.
So the idea that maybe one day you or I could potentially take a trip to space, that's quite a thought. Now, let's bring our feet back to Earth, so to speak, and discuss another absolutely critical area, energy and sustainability. This feels like a challenge where innovation can't come fast enough.
What's truly encouraging for you to learn is the significant progress being made on multiple fronts in this area. The breakthroughs in fusion energy are particularly exciting. Companies like Helion Energy and Commonwealth Fusion Systems achieving sustained fusion reactions brings the long-held promise of virtually limitless clean energy much closer to becoming a reality. The core principle here involves fusing lighter atomic nuclei to release vast amounts of energy, similar to how the sun works.
That has the potential to be an absolute game changer for the entire planet and for future generations.
Yeah.
And alongside these really cutting-edge fusion efforts, we're also seeing significant advancements in more established renewable energy sources.
The information you provided points to a remarkable increase in the efficiency of solar panels, reportedly by as much as 50%.
Wow.
That's a substantial leap in our ability to harness solar power.
Yeah.
Additionally, the development and deployment of large-scale offshore wind farms capable of powering entire cities demonstrates the growing scale and impact of wind energy as a viable alternative.
And we certainly can't overlook transportation, which is a major contributor to emissions globally.
Right.
What kind of progress are we seeing there?
The advancements in green transportation are really noteworthy. Tesla's new solid-state batteries, which reportedly could double the range of electric vehicles. And these batteries replace the liquid electrolyte in current batteries with a solid material, leading to greater energy density and safety.
Right.
Are a significant step towards addressing range anxiety, which has been a barrier for some people considering EVs.
Right.
Furthermore, the increasing availability of EV charging stations is making electric vehicles a more practical and accessible option for a larger portion of the population.
Plus, it's interesting to see the emergence of other technologies like hydrogen-powered trucks and even planes, suggesting that electrification isn't the only pathway towards a greener transportation sector. It seems like there's a real drive towards diversification in sustainable transport solutions.
That's right. It's a multifaceted approach, which is ultimately a more robust way to tackle these challenges.
So looking ahead, based on the trends we're observing in 2024, what kind of developments might you and I expect to see as we move into 2025 and beyond?
Well, if we connect the dots for you, the integration of AI into the fabric of our daily lives is only set to become more profound.
Okay.
Imagine truly personalized education programs tailored to an individual's learning style and pace, or healthcare recommendations based on a deep understanding of your unique genetic makeup.
Wow.
That level of customization has the potential to be truly transformative in how we learn and how we manage our well-being.
That sounds both incredibly promising and in some ways almost like science fiction becoming reality. What other kinds of shifts might we anticipate?
The transition of quantum computing from highly specialized research labs to more practical applications could revolutionize entire fields, from cryptography and secure communications to the discovery of new materials and pharmaceuticals. The sheer computational power that quantum computers promise could unlock solutions to problems that are currently completely beyond our reach with today's technology. Imagine, a regular computer bit can be a 0 or a 1.
Right.
But a quantum bit can be both at the same time, leading to vastly greater processing power.
Wow. And what about our aspirations for making space travel more accessible? Where do you see that heading in the near future?
The mainstreaming of space tourism, including the possibility of lunar vacations, and even the potential for civilian missions to Mars, seems increasingly plausible in the coming years. The growing commercialization of space is opening up opportunities for a wider range of individuals to experience space, moving beyond the traditional astronaut programs.
And the concept of human augmentation, that's something that really sparks the imagination and perhaps raises a few questions for us.
The information you shared hints at the ongoing developments in human augmentation through biotech, with the potential for enhancing our physical and cognitive abilities through implants and other technologies.
Right.
This, of course, leads to some really fundamental discussions about what it means to be human and the future evolution of our species.
So to bring everything we've explored together, this deep dive into the super technologies of 2024 in the USA, drawing from this really insightful collection of information, truly underscores the remarkable advancements happening across artificial intelligence, space exploration, and sustainable energy.
Absolutely. These aren't just minor steps forward. They represent significant leaps with the potential for profound and lasting impacts on how we live, work, and interact with the world around us.
It certainly gives you a lot to consider about the trajectory of technology and its influence on our future. On that note, here's a final thought for you to ponder. As AI becomes increasingly sophisticated and integrated into our lives, how might the nature of human-computer interaction evolve? Could these advanced AI systems eventually redefine our understanding of collaboration and even creativity in ways we can only begin to imagine? Thanks for joining us for this deep dive.